At this exact moment, you're hurtling through space at over 1,000 miles per hour, faster than the speed of sound, yet you feel absolutely nothing. You've never felt it. This is Earth's silent, invisible miracle, a rotation so constant, so precise that we've built our entire existence around it without noticing. But what if this unstoppable force suddenly stopped? Imagine it clearly, a morning like any other, sunlight gently spilling over rooftops, cities awakening slowly, children preparing for school, the hum of life continuing as it always has. Then suddenly, impossibly, silence. Not just quiet, but the silence of absolute stillness. What would the first second look like? The first hour? Would anyone even realize what had happened before it was already too late? It's a bizarre thought, but not beyond the realm of possibility. Science tells us that Earth's spin, although steady, is not guaranteed. It's a fragile equilibrium, a perfect cosmic dance, dependent upon forces so immense and delicate that even the slightest disruption could tip our world into catastrophe. And here's the terrifying truth. If Earth stopped spinning at this very second, life as we know it would be thrown instantly into chaos. But why exactly is our rotation so crucial? What delicate balances would shatter immediately? And could humanity survive even the first moments of an Earth that stood completely still? Every single day of your life has been orchestrated by Earth's gentle rotation, an elegant cosmic dance you've likely never paused to appreciate. At the equator, you're spinning through space at over 1,000 miles per hour, faster than a commercial jet. But Earth's balance is so perfect, its motion so seamless, you don't even feel a breeze. Because of this invisible spin, oceans stay neatly bound to coastlines, winds circle gently across continents, and the sun rises and sets predictably, marking the passage of our lives. Our planet's rotation crafts the very heartbeat of existence, quietly maintaining conditions ideal for life to flourish. Carl Sagan once reflected on Earth as a lonely speck in the great enveloping cosmic dark, reminding us of our planet's fragility amid endless darkness. This rotation, this perpetual pirouette through space, isn't merely an astronomical curiosity. It's the quiet guardian that sustains everything we've ever known or loved. The truth hidden behind Earth's effortless spin is astonishing. Our daily survival is precariously balanced on an intricate dance between gravity, inertia, and angular momentum, forces massive enough to carve continents, yet delicate enough to sustain a blade of grass. Yet most of us never think twice about it. We count on sunrise to bring us daylight, sunset to return us to rest, and we assume, with complete certainty, that the next day will arrive as it always has. But what happens when this hidden miracle, this delicate spin, stops without warning? The moment Earth's rotation halts, life changes forever, violently, irrevocably. At first, the shift is subtle, the faintest sense that something is terribly wrong. Clocks still tick, birds continue to sing, and families gather around tables, oblivious to their imminent destruction. But within seconds, the illusion of normality collapses. Because our planet spins at over 1,000 miles per hour at the equator, stopping instantly unleashes unimaginable forces. Like a speeding car slamming its brakes at supersonic speed, everything not anchored to bedrock is flung eastward at over 1,000 miles per hour. People, cars, buildings, forests, hurtling helplessly through the air. Entire cities vanish beneath the instantaneous shockwave of supersonic winds, as concrete, steel, and glass shatter and scatter like dust. Oceans, too, react with unthinkable fury. Without rotation to gently cradle their waters, massive tidal waves surge across continents, dwarfing any tsunami humanity has ever witnessed. Coastal cities disappear beneath walls of water hundreds of feet high, swallowing everything in their path. Pierre-Simon Laplace envisioned exactly this nightmare 2 centuries ago, describing oceans abandoning their former shores, plunging toward new equators in a catastrophic reshaping of the globe. Within minutes, global earthquakes rip through Earth's crust as tectonic plates wrench violently, releasing forces accumulated over millions of years in mere seconds. Mountains crumble, fissures swallow towns whole, and volcanoes explode to life, covering skies in smoke and ash. Gravity still holds humanity firmly to Earth's surface, No one drifts off into space. But perhaps drifting away would have been merciful compared to the nightmare now unfolding below. If by some miracle you've survived these initial horrors, perhaps sheltered deep underground at remote polar stations or aboard isolated ocean vessels, you emerge hours later to a world utterly alien. The sky itself seems stuck in time, the sun locked permanently above or below the horizon, depending upon your location. What was once predictable, comforting cycles of day and night are forever destroyed, replaced by perpetual twilight or relentless sunlight. The day Earth stood still is humanity's darkest hour. But the aftermath that awaits survivors will challenge not only their ability to endure, but their understanding of what it means to exist at all. Days pass in stunned silence. The shock of catastrophe subsides into a grim acceptance of a changed Earth. But the planet, now robbed of its daily rotation, descends into deeper chaos. Without spin, the simple concept of a day no longer holds meaning. Now, sunlight crawls sluggishly across the sky, taking an entire year to complete just one cycle. Half the world languishes under relentless sunlight, where 6 continuous months of day scorch the Earth into barren deserts. Temperatures skyrocket, lakes evaporate, rivers dry up, and once fertile lands become lifeless wastelands. The other hemisphere endures an eternal night, 6 unending months of darkness, plunging temperatures well below freezing, smothering landscapes beneath thick ice sheets and snowstorms. Cities that had survived the initial disaster now vanish beneath permanent frost, encased in ice, silent reminders of a vanished civilization. Between these two extremes lies a thin band of twilight, an eerie realm neither fully day nor night. Here, survivors cling desperately to existence, their lives balanced precariously between scorching heat and deadly cold. These twilight zones witness colossal storms, continent-sized hurricanes born from extreme temperature contrasts, raging endlessly across landscapes already battered beyond recognition. Over decades, Earth's surface undergoes a radical transformation. Without centrifugal force from rotation, oceans slowly migrate toward the poles, flooding vast new areas, swallowing entire continents, and drowning once thriving civilizations beneath icy depths. Meanwhile, at the equator, waters retreat, revealing immense swaths of dry, lifeless seabed rising as massive new continents. The shape of Earth itself changes from an oblate sphere, flattened at the poles, to a more perfect sphere. This reshaping triggers centuries of devastating earthquakes and volcanic eruptions, permanently altering Earth's face into something unrecognizable, hostile, and alien. Meanwhile, Earth's magnetic shield, once sustained by the dynamo of its spinning iron core, begins to weaken and fade. Without this protection, harmful cosmic radiation bombards the surface, gradually stripping away the atmosphere. The blue skies humanity once admired slowly erode, thinning until the stars shine clearly through, even during the endless daylight. Earth's atmosphere becomes fragile, vulnerable, ever closer to resembling Mars' barren, exposed, and silent. Yet even as Earth's conditions deteriorate, the hardest battle facing survivors isn't physical, but psychological. Humans once measured their lives through days, seasons, and years, all dependent upon Earth's gentle rotation. Now, robbed of these familiar rhythms, survivors grapple with questions they've never imagined. In a world without sunrise or sunset, how do you measure your days, your hopes, or your dreams? When the simplest rhythms vanish, what meaning does time itself hold? Under an eternal sky, the remnants of humanity stand on an alien planet, confronting not only a transformed landscape, but the unsettling emptiness of a world that no longer spins. Stripped of familiar comforts, the survivors now stare into an uncertain horizon, pondering deeply the value of all they once took for granted. As survivors gaze into endless twilight, they confront something even more unsettling than the physical devastation surrounding them, an existential realization about the fragility of their existence. Without Earth's gentle spin, they've lost something fundamental, something intangible, yet deeply vital. They finally see clearly what was invisible before. Earth's rotation was never simply a fact of nature. It was the subtle thread binding humanity's existence, the heartbeat giving rhythm to life itself. This newfound awareness is painful. Each of us builds our days around predictable cycles of sunrise and sunset, daylight and darkness. We measure time by the spinning Earth, hours, days, years, all quietly defined by a cosmic motion we never questioned. But now, robbed of these rhythms, time itself loses meaning. In the endless twilight, survivors grapple with impossible questions. How do you define a day in a world without sunrises or sunsets? Carl Sagan famously reminded us that Earth is just a lonely speck suspended in an endless cosmic void, but never before has this truth been so vividly, painfully real. Earth's stopped rotation lays bare how utterly dependent human existence is upon conditions we never fully understood or appreciated. Life, it seems, is motion itself. When motion ends, so too does life's delicate equilibrium. Humanity's previous illusion of control has been shattered. Our existence has always balanced delicately upon cosmic conditions beyond our understanding or influence, conditions we've been privileged enough to ignore. Now survivors are forced into humility, grasping the sheer improbability of existence itself, recognizing the razor-thin margins by which life sustains itself in the cold indifference of the universe. Each sunrise and sunset once symbolized stability, a daily reassurance that the universe was predictable and comforting. But stripped of these assurances, humanity is left adrift. Survivors now live permanently suspended between extremes, between light and dark, heat and cold, past and future. The stopped Earth becomes a haunting metaphor, humanity trapped forever between what it was and what it must now become. Yet in this existential uncertainty lies something profound, a revelation. Earth's rotation wasn't merely scientific trivia, it was life itself, quietly orchestrating ecosystems, climates, and daily human routines. The stopped planet is an eternal reminder that life's balance is fragile, easily disrupted, and nearly impossible to restore once broken. Survivors, mourning what they've lost, must confront a deeper responsibility to acknowledge, appreciate, and fiercely protect the delicate conditions upon which existence depends. In stillness, survivors find clarity. If life itself relies so utterly on motion, perhaps humanity's ultimate purpose is understanding, preserving, and honoring these invisible rhythms that quietly sustain existence. They learn a harsh but necessary truth. Humanity thrives only within the boundaries set by nature, and violating those boundaries carries catastrophic consequences. Even in the dark, survivors find meaning. They may not restore Earth's rotation, but they carry forward a new understanding, a profound appreciation for the delicate balance that once gave meaning to their lives. The question haunting survivors now becomes a universal one. Can humanity, after witnessing Earth's destruction, ever again take life's fragile balance for granted? In the twilight between perpetual day and endless night, those left behind find themselves at the precipice of a profound realization, a deeper truth that goes beyond survival, beyond catastrophe. The Earth's halted spin, devastating as it is, teaches humanity an invaluable lesson about existence itself. It compels us, even now, to confront not just our vulnerability, but our incredible fortune to have lived at all on a planet whose gentle rotation we took entirely for granted. The hypothetical nightmare we've explored, the Earth standing perfectly still, will thankfully remain just that, a thought experiment. Physics assures us that our planet's rotation is resilient, safeguarded by the massive momentum of billions of years. But this imagined catastrophe isn't just idle fantasy, it's a metaphor for every delicate balance sustaining life on Earth. It symbolizes our fragility and emphasizes our profound reliance upon cosmic conditions we rarely acknowledge. Every rotation of our planet represents a subtle promise of stability, a gift of continuity silently given to humanity. We awaken each day trusting the sun to rise and set, seasons to cycle predictably, oceans to ebb and flow gently, unaware how delicately our lives rest upon Earth's quiet spin. This scenario forces us to understand, with haunting clarity, the vulnerability behind every moment we consider ordinary. Yet within this existential awakening lies an unexpected opportunity, the chance to reconsider how we live upon this fragile spinning planet. Though Earth's rotation may never falter, the balances that maintain our environment, climates, oceans, ecosystems, can indeed be disrupted by our actions. The halted Earth is thus not merely a cautionary tale, but an urgent reminder that the life-sustaining conditions we've inherited must be actively protected, cherished, and respected. Perhaps the ultimate lesson from this thought experiment is gratitude. After envisioning Earth's tragic stillness, every sunrise now becomes a minor miracle, every sunset a gentle reassurance. Tomorrow morning, as daylight returns, an event we once casually overlooked, we'll pause with newfound appreciation, knowing how extraordinary and fragile that moment truly is. And maybe, somewhere deep beneath Earth's surface, or at the frozen poles of this imagined catastrophe, survivors hold on to hope, dreaming quietly of motion restored, imagining the distant day when gravitational forces, the gentle tug of the moon, or cosmic circumstances beyond human control gradually nudge the Earth back into rotation. Even if scientifically impossible, this hopeful dream symbolizes humanity's resilience, our determination to believe in restoration, and our stubborn refusal to accept defeat, even when confronted with cosmic-scale disaster. This hopeful image leaves us with a final reflection. Life itself is not guaranteed, nor is the gentle motion that sustains it. Our world spins gracefully between order and chaos, life and oblivion. Recognizing the extraordinary improbability of our existence urges us toward responsibility. It calls us to safeguard Earth's delicate equilibrium, to appreciate its quiet miracles, and to humbly acknowledge our profound interconnectedness with the planet we call home. As we conclude this exploration, we awaken to a deeper truth, one we can carry forward beyond this thought experiment. Though Earth's rotation may never cease, our understanding of its importance changes everything. We emerge from this hypothetical nightmare enlightened, inspired not by fear, but by newfound respect for the quiet cosmic rhythms sustaining our existence. Tomorrow, the Earth will turn again, and we will rise with deeper gratitude, profound humility, and a quiet promise never to overlook the silent miracle that defines our lives.